Captain, before we step onto this constant compass island, tell me, what does always make you feel when it means at every time as a habit and as a strong promise that sounds like forever? Meaning 1, every time, without exception. Used when something happens on each occasion. Example, Atlas always checks the ropes before departure. Common use, always do, always remember, always happens. Always check, meaning 2, for the whole time, continuously at all times. Used when something continues over a long period without stopping. Example, the lighthouse light was always visible through the night. Common use, always on, always there, always present. Always on, meaning 3, as an emphatic marker in any case or any way. Used to emphasize a point, especially when something is true despite problems. Example, the sea was rough, but we always made it to shore. Common use, always can, always will, always did. Always made it. Always can be literal or emotional. In everyday speech, it sometimes means very often, not truly 100% of the time. Hold the route steady, Captain. Carry always for true constants, reliable habits, and the kind of promise that keeps a crew brave when the sea gets loud as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this shoreline path island, tell me, what does along make you feel when it means moving beside something, being spread through a line or length, and bringing someone or something with you? Meaning 1, moving next to, following the length of something. Used when you travel beside a road, river, coast, or path. Example, they walked along the beach to reach the cove. Common use, along the road, along the coast, along the river. Along the beach, meaning 2, distributed or found through a line or area. Used when something appears in many places on the same line, edge, or stretch. Example, lanterns were placed along the dock. Common use, along the street, along the wall, along the path. Along the dock, meaning 3, together with, in addition, continuing with someone. Used when someone comes with you or when something continues in the same flow. Example, Atlas brought a new sailor along for the training voyage. Common use, come along, bring along, get along. Come along. Along often pairs with a line-like thing such as a coast, road, wall, or river. In casual speech, come along is a friendly way to invite someone to join. Keep the route hugging the right edges, Captain. Carry along for movement beside a path, for things lined through a length. And for bringing the crew with you when the next lesson calls as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this forward horizon island, tell me, what does ahead make you feel when it means in front, in the future, and earlier than expected on the voyage clock? Meaning 1, in front, forward, at a position further on. Used to show something is located in front of you or further along the route. Example, a narrow passage lay ahead of the ship. Common use, straight ahead, just ahead, up ahead. Straight ahead, meaning 2, in the future before a future time. Used when talking about what is coming next in time. Example, there are calmer seas ahead this week. Common use, days ahead, the road ahead, plan ahead. Days ahead, meaning 3, in the lead, further advanced than others. Used when someone is winning or making more progress than others. Example, Atlas stayed ahead of the other ships in the race. Common use, stay ahead, get ahead, ahead of the competition. Ahead! Ahead can point to space or time. Keep your eyes on what's forward, Captain. Carry ahead for what stands in front of you, what waits in the future as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this order and control island, tell me, what does administration make you feel when it means managing a system, the people in charge, and the careful act of giving medicine? Meaning 1, the act of managing or running an organization. Used for organizing, planning, and controlling operations. Example, good administration kept the ship's supplies and schedules under control. Common use, business administration, public administration, school administration. Administration, meaning 2, the group of people who manage a government, school, or company. Used to refer to leadership as a collective group. Example, the port administration announced new docking rules. Common use, the administration decided, administration officials, local administration. Port administration, meaning 3, the official giving or applying of something. Used for controlled delivery or application, often in medicine, tests, or procedures. Example, the administration of the vaccine was carefully recorded. Common use, administration of medicine, administration of a test, administration of a procedure. Administration log. In writing, administration can mean the work of managing or the leaders themselves. The article and context usually make it clear. Keep the ship organized, Captain. Carry administration for smooth management, the leaders who steer policy, and the precise care that delivers a dose at the right time as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this fine-tuning island, tell me, What does adjustment make you feel when it means a small change, a period of getting used to new conditions, and a correction made to set things right? Meaning 1. A small change made to improve or correct something, used for minor modifications that make something work better. Example: a quick adjustment to the sail kept the ship steady. Common use: make an adjustment, slight adjustment, adjustment to settings. Slight adjustment, meaning 2. The process of adapting, getting used to a new situation, used when someone settles into new conditions over time. Example: living on the island required an adjustment for the crew. Common use: period of adjustment, adjustment to a new routine, adjustment difficulties. Adjustment period, meaning 3. A correction or recalculation. Used for official corrections to numbers, prices, measurements, or plans. Example: the cargo record needed an adjustment after the recount. Common use: price adjustment, tax adjustment, adjustment to figures. Adjustment. Adjustment often pairs with to for change or adaptation and of for a specific thing being corrected. Steer with small corrections, Captain. Carry adjustment for smart tweaks, steady settling in, and the clean corrections that keep the voyage accurate as we sail to the next island.